It is day 3 of the underground sit-in by mine workers at Impala Bafokeng Platinum Mine in Rustenburg. Some of the miners who were part of the 2,205 underground sit-in at the Impala Bafokeng Platinum Mine in Rustenburg in the northwest began resurfacing overnight. Many of them were for health reasons. The over 2,000 workers embarked on a sit-in protest underground since Monday. They are protesting over a number of issues relating to workers' pension funds and the employee share scheme. The mine management has warned any worker who participates in the protest action could face criminal charges. SABC News' Hasina Gori has that story.
We're back at the Impala Bafokeng Platinum Mine here in Rustenburg in the northwest, where it's day 3 of that sit-in, where almost 2,205 mine workers staged a sit-in underground in the north and south shafts from Monday. Yesterday we saw some of the workers coming up and resurfacing, many for medical reasons, needing chronic medication or feeling unwell. We know that at least 6 of those, or at least 8 of those mine workers yesterday when we left here in the late afternoon were taken to hospital. I'm told that through the evening we've seen more of those mine workers coming up. They are protesting and staging the sit-in to raise issues with regards to the pension fund scheme as well as the employment share scheme, which these workers are entitled to. These issues emanate from Impala buying over a major share in the Royal Bafokeng mine and changing some of the policies and the financial remuneration for the employees. These workers say that they've gone through the correct channels for various months and have come up with no answers from management, but also from the union, the National Union of Mine Workers. Yesterday, the National Union of Mine Workers met with mine management here to try and resolve the issue. Some of the concerns that are right now is the health and safety of those who are underground right now. It's almost 72 hours. There are some that have been without food underground, as well as any kind of sanitation as well. It's unsure of the conditions. Currently, we know that management has gone underground with union members as well to try and speak to these workers, to try and get them to resurface. It's quite a large group. We're going to bring in someone who was underground and came out this morning in the early hours. Can you tell us what led to you coming and resurfacing from underground?
Go ya ka wena no le go tlase underground ke se se ditseng gore o tla mo surface
ya ne ke le mo underground se ntseng ke tla mo surface hona le mmereki ne re montsha ka stretcher gana kula ba sebetsi ha bana dijo mo mmerekong.
What he said, for him to come from underground, it was some of employee health. Then from there is whereby he was supposed to accompany him at the surface. And the concern that he said, there's no food underground. Is whereby maybe the health of the people is whereby they found themselves under difficult situation.
Can you describe to us, just down in the underground and in the shafts, what's the environment like? What's the conditions like? How are the employees, attitudes, and how are they feeling staging that sit-in underground?
Basebetsi ba na le bothata mo underground, basebetsi ba kula mo underground re ba ntsha ka stretcher ga hona se ba se ja re tsile ka bo thu.
What did the employee explain? The situation underground is not accommodating anyone, as we know that there's underground and on surface also we can say the inhalation of oxygen. There's a difference of oxygen, but up so far it is difficult to stay underground, and he wish maybe this can be resolved.
As you're hearing, just some of the employees, we've spoken to many over the last 2 days while we've been here, being told that they will sit for as long as it's needed for their memorandum and their demands to be heard. Yesterday when we were here, they resolved to continue, digging in their heels and sitting underground. But, a concern has been the health and safety of those that are currently staging that sit-in. There's been a lack of nutrition. We know that there wasn't any food being allowed in. That is one of the ways that they're trying to persuade and end and resolve this sit-in by trying to get people to come up. Yesterday, some people did volunteer. We know that throughout the evening, this gentleman, I was told, came up at 2 a.m. He accompanied someone who had been sick, and when he tried to return underground, he was told he was unable to. We're currently standing outside the North Shaft gates. I'm going to ask Sia, my camera person, to just give you a view of the gates that we're currently sitting at. Yesterday, if you would remember correctly, we were standing on the other side of this gate. This is at the North Shaft entrance, where just on this side, the community from this area had gathered, giving their support. They were also not allowed in. Today, all gates leading into the North and South Shaft have been closed for everyone unauthorized, except for the HR as well as security. When I was here on Monday, we were allowed right into the area. You could see into the mine operations spaces, but today that is not the case. There was drone security here yesterday as well. We've seen heightened securities. I'm told that inside the operations, there's securities that are heavily armed. There's signages warning those that do participate in the protest action that they could face criminal charges. They could also face disciplinary action against them as well. These are just some ways that management is trying to curb the protest action, which they deemed as illegal at the moment. The drone once again today, I can hear it above us at the moment, just surveilling the area and trying to get a sense of what is happening here and trying to de-escalate the situation. We've been unable to reach the mine management with our calls being cut at the moment, so we don't have any statement from them on what is happening inside, because currently all communications between the employees and those that are staging the sit-in have been cut. This is an ongoing story, and we'll continue to monitor it throughout the day. For now, those 2,000 plus mine workers are believed to be still staging that sit-in. It's day 3 at the moment. Some have come up, some have been taken to hospital. Many that had fainted, as you heard. A lack of oxygen, as well as food being some of the primary concerns, but many are saying that they'll continue here. The families are outside once again, showing their support. Other workers who had been suspended as well, also outside here, giving their support. They've been here since a Monday morning, and this story is continuing to develop throughout. But for now, back to you in studio.